is Martin in the building, all right? Kerbal Scuffed Program 1. Y'all told me I had to go back and do the first one, so we here. Let's get it.
So when the metal hit his mug, he just sunk in place. 100K Holla, chillin' Bahamas. Come home to your crib and throw in your mama.
What is good, HollaSquad? We are the latest squad on the YouTube platform. Listen, today we are back with another reaction. And listen, I learned about some weapons I didn't even know existed in the last episode of this, bruh. And I watched infographics, okay? I watched many of their episodes, and I ain't heard of none of these. But look, we about to hop into the first episode. Let's get it.
Hello again, Jeb here.
What's good?
Today, we'll be playing the greatest space disaster simulator to ever hit virtual store shelves. A game dedicated to constructing your own grand scientific endeavors, like how many Kerbals makes up an adequate crush space for this lander. A game that requires full activation of your frontal lobe. A game where ethics, morality, and the safety of your subjects take a backseat to science, exploration, and getting that bread. And a game where the inevitable catastrophic failure is often better than the mission itself. You may think that NASA has had some pretty terrible disasters over the years, but they have nothing on the Bean space program's preliminary rocket testing. This little guy made some poor decisions with the last remaining fuel, and has just been sitting here on his space chair, all alone, orbiting the sun. And he's been here for the last 78 years. Poor lad. You might be wondering where I am right now. Well, I'm not on Kerbin. I'm also not on the moon. I'm not on Lunar or Eve. Not Dres, Bop, or Pole. Not even Tylo.
I don't even know what none of these are.
I'm on a planet very, very far away. A planet orbiting an entirely different star to our own. An exoplanet. Proxima Centauri B. Hold on a minute.
Bro, what is this? What?
You might also be wondering how I got here. Well, it's quite a long story. We've got rockets, massive catastrophic explosions, intense nuclear radiation, antimatter containment, orb, touchy.
That's tough. Bro, who let this man Sephiroth in this game, bro?
And encounters with KSP's Deep Space Kraken. So buckle up, fuckos, cause today we're going to the stars. But before we begin, some rules. As you probably know, KSP only has this star, and no real means of getting to any others, which means we'll need to add some mods. I'd like to demonstrate to both my PC and myself the concept of no pain, no gain. So today we're jamming as many mods as physically possible into the game. How many, you may be asking? Well, this many. Lots if you're a new player, but really not that many if you're a true blue KSP gamer. As a side note, I tried desperately to get Realism Overhaul and Real Solar System to work properly with some form of progression to the warp drive, which is the only propulsion system that is actually fun to use for going interstellar distances. This would have made for an interesting challenge, as Earth is about 10 times larger than Kerbin, and much, much harder to orbit.
Why are y'all calling me Gideon?
What actually happened was I ended up with a horrible, unplayable, covered mess. Annoyingly, the way you're meant to play these mods is with RP1, a modified tech tree and contract system. However, this did not include a path to warp drive technology, so instead I used the community tech tree and hoped it would work. It didn't. I streamed this horrible, several hour-long suffering marathon, which ended in me restarting a save once after effectively being soft-locked from the game, and a second time after being cucked by several engine failures on my first try at an orbital flight. Engine failure. It did burn time, I guess. Alright, we gotta light it immediately. Oh no! It's alright. It's alright, we got a gimbal.
You're done.
Oh my god, no.
You're done.
Are you kidding me? I remember why I don't like this shoot. Because it's just a drogue shoot. It's not an actual parachute.
That's tough.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Didn't even stop it, bro. You're done.
Alright. I'm sure getting warp drive to work in this mode while keeping the game playable is possible, but I clearly lack this KSP knowledge. So no Earth. Back to Kerbal. The mods that I actually have added add all sorts of cool and good stuff. New parts, new features, new planets, tweaks to science, and for actually getting to the other stars, we have acquired the warp drive. This way we'll get there within a few weeks instead of 800 years. Also, warp drives are cool. Okay, let us begin.
Okay.
So, it looks like we have a long road ahead of us. Our
Boy.
fledgling space program starts with a couple of bucks, some brave Kerbonauts, and several ex-war
Bro, you
criminal
into
rocket
fitness?
scientists. Our first
Fit in this, you're not. Yeah. Pause. All right. Pause.
rocket only has access to very basic parts. To access better parts, we must perform research and
You almost got me though. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the gym working out. You know. But the fitness, you almost got
collect
me.
valuable data. In case you forgot, we have an exceedingly large pile of mods, meaning the tech tree now expands very nice and far. This is good because it gives us much more time for things to go terribly wrong.
Tough.
The warp drive itself is all the way at the end for a cool 28,000 science points. Our first technologies cost 5. Anyway, enough babbling. On to constructing. Our first rocket has one goal. To tackle this great challenge, the Bean space program has created the most powerful nugget to ever be launched. Its name, Obama
Dre
Prism.
was good.
5, 4, 3,
Uh-huh.
2,
Uh-huh.
1.
The joint gliding, okay. Hold up. That joint look like a face. Look, that look like a, you know what I'm saying? The hair, come on. Okay. This music though. You should watch Sideman Sunday video. What was it?
Very good. Great success. But how?
Okay.
Alright class, listen up. Today, we're talking about solid rocket boosters. Our great and powerful vehicle, Obama Prism, uses a wee little solid rocket booster to propel itself upwards. But what is a solid rocket booster? Well, a solid rocket booster is a booster that uses a solid fuel. I know.
W.
I wouldn't have figured that one out either. The solid fuel is made up of an oxidizing agent and a fuel. Think of it like a high-powered explosive that explodes gently. When it's lit, the rocket burns this fuel and creates
That's
a
gently?
very hot gas. Now Kevin, please remind the class about Newton's third law. Every action... Okay Kevin, I'm gonna need you to be quiet.
Every
I did
action has
not
equal and
ask.
opposite reaction. You know
Anyway,
what I'm
Newton
saying?
at one
Equal.
point was like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Basically, push on something, and the thing pushes back. This principle is how literally everything moves.
Yep.
Your car pushes the ground,
Facts.
which pushes back on the car. An
That's why y'all out there in them ball tires, bruh.
airplane pushes the air pushes the plane.
Yep.
Simple. So, when the hot gas shoots
Remind me
out
of
one
seventh
end,
grade.
what happens to the rocket? It goes forward. Shut up, Kevin! It goes forward in the opposite direction of the gas, thus creating thrust. So, when we smash that spacebar, the rocket goes up.
Uh-huh.
Incredible. Class dismissed.
Launch 2. Let's see how this go.
So, we've done our first launch, got our first bit of science, and completed our first contract. Very good. Next step is to leave the atmosphere of Kerbal and hopefully make it back in one piece. To do this, we'll need to create the most powerful rocket ever built. Obama Prism 2. It's a very complex and intricately engineered rocket. We get Obama Prism 1, then attach 4 more boosters to it.
Okay.
Engineer. The boosters have no decouplers between them, so to get them to separate, we'll use the next booster to explode the spent booster. You'll see what I mean. Let's launch. On our second great journey, we are once again launching
Hopefully
our
none of
best
the,
and bravest
oh,
pilot.
this only got one
Jeb.
rocket?
He's been around since the very beginning, along with Bill and Bob. A true staple of the KSP universe. Jeb is the first Kerbonaut any aspiring program manager launches. He's also the bravest the entire program has to offer, smiling in the face of even the greatest catastrophe, and he's dead.
What was this? GG's, Jeb. You're done. You was here since the beginning, my boy.
To those who have played this game before, you may just say, oh well, revert the flight and do it again. How? That's right, the game is set to hard, which means no reverting to mission assembly, no quick saving, and no crew respawning.
Oh, you're done.
So Jeb is actually dead. Forever.
GG's,
But why
my boy.
is Jeb dead?
Okay.
Okay class, sit down and buckle your fuckles. In this lesson, we're doing aerodynamic stability, and what even is space anyway? So what actually happened? Well, if we rewind the video, you'll notice a minute and difficult to catch detail that led to Jeb's death. If you look really close, you can see he smashes into the water at several times the speed of sound.
Jesus. Ooh.
Interesting. But why? Passive aerodynamic stability. I want you to imagine a dart flying through the air. The dart can only point in one direction, forward. If you try throwing a dart backwards, it'll just go and point forwards again. This is because a dart has wings at the back and its mass at the front.
Ooh,
The dart is
tough.
passively
Okay.
stable when flying forwards and unstable when flying backwards. Similar situation with the late Obama Prism 2. The mass is concentrated towards the front of the vessel where the capsule is, and the little wings act to keep it stable in the forward direction. Unlucky for us, this direction also happens to make the capsule very aerodynamic, i.e. it doesn't slow down. As we re-entered the atmosphere, the little reaction wheels in the capsule kept it pointing backwards, but once the air got thicker, it pushed on the wings and forced the ship into a nosedive. Once in this position, the craft acts very much like a dart and doesn't slow down enough to
this is
open the
crazy.
parachute, ending with Jeb smacking straight into the water at twice the speed of sound. Rest in peace, Jeb. Before Jeb met with the ocean at Mach 2, he managed to fly completely out of the atmosphere, topping out at over 100 kilometers. In KSP, the atmosphere ends at exactly 70 kilometers.
Okay.
You can easily tell when you're there, because the music goes like... On Earth, it's a little less clear-cut, because there are technically air molecules all the way up past 400 kilometers, but the generally agreed upon altitude that space begins is 100 kilometers, known as the Kármán line. So why is this important? Well, we'd like to get to orbit eventually, which means we'll need to be traveling really fast in one direction. Air doesn't like it when you go through it really fast, so we
Facts.
avoid the air altogether by going up nice and high. Air doesn't reach higher up because Kerbin's gravity pulls it all down to the surface. Also, Kevin, please just be quiet next time. The class is trying to learn. I didn't say anything, bro. Shut up! Just shut up. Class dismissed. Second launch down. Less successful than the first, but we still made money.
Okay.
Jeb may be dead, but we got that bread. Next up, we're actually going to invest our research into better parts to avoid our previous mistakes. Our next rocket is even more powerful than Obama Prism 2.
Okay.
Obama Prism 3. I'll just cut to the chase. Obama Prism 3 didn't make it. To orbit, that
You're
is.
done.
Don't worry, Valentina is still alive.
For now.
We didn't have enough fuel to reach orbit, so we turned around, ditched the tank, and splashed down in the water.
Okay. We actually used the
Without
right
exploding.
parachute this time.
Very good. We didn't die. But we also didn't make it to orbit. Why?
Okay.
Okay class, keep those fuckles buckled. Today, we're learning basic orbital mechanics. Among some other things. First off, why do we shoot parts off the rocket? Why not instead just make a long noodly rocket that has all the fuel in a single tank? I'll tell you why. Mass. When these tanks are empty, they still contribute mass to the vessel. Hey, psst, hey, Kevin. What equation is Newton most famous for? That's right, force equals mass times acceleration. Oh yeah.
Facts.
If we do some high-level algebra, we can rearrange this and get acceleration is force divided by mass. When the mass is lower, the acceleration is higher. Thus,
Bruh.
eliminating excess mass
I was a god tier math student, bro. What?
makes you go faster. Very nice.
Until I got to calculus. Oh, man. No, not calculus. Physics. Listen, I said many prayers in that classroom, boy. I'm not going to lie.
After ditching our first 3 solid rocket booster stages, we get this special engine on our last stage. This is a liquid-fueled engine. Instead of burning a solid propellant, it mixes fuel and oxidizer inside the engine to create the hot gas. Liquid engines are much more efficient than solid boosters and can be throttled and even turned off. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, solid boosters can't be turned off. Once you start them, they go. And go. And go. Liquid-fueled engines are pretty cool, but they come with a price. Literally. Just the engine, without the fuel on this rocket, costs as much as all 3 of the solid rocket boosters combined. So solid boosters make economical sense for sections that don't need the greatest efficiency. Now of course, the elephant in the room. No, not that elephant. He's purely ornamental. Our failure to reach orbit.
Said cap.
Gravity. Gravity pulls at all objects with mass. Our spacecraft...
Listen, you gotta believe it. You know the little thing where you got the 100 multiplications? Nobody in this chat could beat me, bro. You can't do it. Alright?
has mass, thus it is subject to gravity.
My standardized test scores. Come on, bro. What are we talking about?
Wow. Gravity pulls with a force depending on how far away from the body you are. If the mass and distance are kept constant, the force is also kept constant. Meaning, if you can generate enough force in the opposite direction, you can fly.
Facts.
Now, of course, there are many, many ways to... Dude, really? You're just gonna fucking stand there? Come on, dude. Get out of here, bro. As I was saying, there are many, many ways to generate force. Wings, brakes, engines, parachutes, magnets, electric fields, mass, just straight up pushing on shit. You get the idea. But today we want to look at centripetal and centrifugal forces. Both of these forces exist when something is rotating. Well, technically centrifugal.
See, this is why physics didn't work with me. All right, words, numbers, mixing. Nah.
Centrifugal force doesn't actually exist, but I'll leave that as an exercise for you to explain.
You bet $500 you could beat, bro. Listen, you're funny. All right, you're funny, bruh.
Answer in the comments.
I used to do math. I was the one who like finished my test in like 10 minutes. And the teacher be like, but you didn't show your work. Listen, I'm the first one done. Who I'm going to copy? You know what I'm saying?
Do it now. The common example...
And that's how my teachers used to be, bruh. Go show your work. Bruh, I used to hate that.
Example is a ball on the end of a string. Centripetal force is the force that the string exerts...
See, I said I was good at math. You know what I'm saying? Language arts, spelling. I know how to talk, though. I know how to write.
...on the ball. While centrifugal force is the force that the ball experiences in the opposite direction. Now, how does this relate to Obama Prism 3? Well, as you probably have experienced, the faster you spin a ball in a string, the harder it pulls away from you. This means that our imaginary centrifugal force is increasing. Once it goes past the force generated by gravity, we achieve orbit.
Okay.
But we didn't do that, so on to...
Launch forward. Let's get it.
For this mission, we're going with a complete redesign. We've ditched the Obama Prism
Nomenclature.
We've ditched
I told y'all I could. You know what I'm saying?
Obama Prism and moved on to casting couch. Oh yep. It's got thicker thighs and more rocket juice for the liquid stage. Hopefully this time we'll reach orbit. Let's launch.
So the teacher said the blickies, boy, they didn't. But the way they yelled at me to go show my work, you would have thought they did. You know what I'm saying? You was good at physics. Hey, look, more power to you, my brother. Every other science, math, language arts, fire. Social studies, I was very good. You know what I'm saying? Just remembering dates. So I was like, I got good rogue memory skills, so you know, I was able to. What date was that? You know, remember which dates. Now, when it was multiple choice, we was in the building. All right, them short answers, I knew how to write enough to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Finesse, context clues, man.
And would you look at that? An actual orbit. We've done it, lads. We'll be at Proxima Centauri in no time. But we're just about out of fuel, so we'll deorbit. Wow, would you look at that? It's hot. Very hot, in fact. So hot that it's learning time.
Okay. Yeah.
Friction. Friction is all around us. Have you ever walked? Friction. Moved in a car and then stopped moving in a car? Friction. Rub two metal plates together so hard they form a robust friction weld? Friction.
That's crazy.
That last one is important. It demonstrates how friction generates lots of heat.
Woo!
So tell me, Kevin, why is there a giant plasma flare around casting
You know what
couch?
I'm saying?
Friction?
You said calculus major. I was good at calculus, bro.
Yes.
Ooh. When you get to college, you get to that, what is it? Quantitative analysis? Oh my, yo. How long are these freaking equations, bro? I'm good.
In case you didn't realize, our craft is moving really, really fast.
It's a good class to take. Make sure y'all take it when y'all get to college. You know what I'm saying? Tell your professor, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Big Holla, all right? You know what I'm saying?
Over
And tell them to sub to the channel.
2,000 meters per second, in fact, which translates to roughly 32,927 Big Macs stacked vertically every single second. Pretty quick. As you can imagine,
That's
this
a
means
lot.
we have lots of kinetic energy.
In the
If you've ever
story,
ridden a
and I
bike
haven't
with
watched
disc
that.
brakes, you'd know that
We can
using
check
the
it out,
brakes
though.
converts your speed into heat within the brakes. Ah, fuck! Exact same principle here, just with much more speed. The amount of kinetic energy something has is related to the square of the velocity.
Whew.
This sounds kind of complicated, but it just means that when you double your speed, you quadruple your energy.
Crazy.
So casting couch has a huge amount of energy. Hence, when it slows down,
Casting couch.
giant plasma flare. Nice. Nope. Nope. Launch 5 is boring. In Launch 5, we did a quick shoot past the moon. We got some decent science, but it was boring. Now we're on
Okay.
Launch 6. The goal of Launch 6 is simple. Land on the moon, and come back. For this job, we have yet again created the most powerful rocket ever built. Obama Prism
Similar human.
4.
I have to check them out.
This rocket uses two SRBs mounted to a large inner stage. The upper stage has a special liquid engine and a lot of fuel for it to drink.
Okay.
Let's launch.
Fire.
Orbit achieved, but we keep going.
Okay. This music is crazy. What? Bruh, Martin, we about to start rapping on yo videos, bro. What? What? Bro, I'm about to start writing raps just for these videos, bruh. Fire.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We landed.
we've done it. Valentina hops out the pod and plants our first extraterrestrial flag. What do we say in this great and profound moment? Do we honor the engineers and scientists that brought us here? Do we honor the late Obama Prism 2 and Jeb?
Hashtag
Do we thank our
something.
pet goldfish for giving us the strength to
Plants
continue
vs.
when we
Zombies
needed it
soundtrack
most?
goes hard, doesn't it?
No.
It does.
Instead, we carefully inscribe the plaque with pee-pee, poo-poo, come. Astounding.
That's how we leaving our mark. Jeb would have never did this.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's go home.
Where have I heard this music from before, bro? Bro. Y'all watch Stranger Things? You know what I'm saying? They had the no spoiler. Well, listen, you better watch it. All right, it's been out for 2 days. It's long enough. All right, when she had to put on the headphones to do that thing, you know what I'm saying? Where do I know this from? All right, there's got to be a portal opening up somewhere. See a hole open into St. Junipero. I'm in a Black Mirror, right? This is crazy. Oh, this is the Plants vs. Zombies sound. Oh, that's tough. Whew. What? I'm definitely writing raps to this. I'm about to drop a Plants vs. Zombie track, bro. What are we doing? Crazy.
And there we have it. We went to the moon and didn't die.
Tough.
But how? Nope, that's enough. I would do the next lesson, but it looks like we're out of time. And more importantly, I'm getting a little sick of it. So it looks like we'll have to wait for next episode. That's right, there will be another episode. But you might need to wait. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel. Now,
listen, my mans,
all
we
of the
already
career
did
gameplay in this video is taken from YouTube live streams I've been doing. This video only covered what happened in my first stream. As of recording, I've actually done 4, but to be perfectly honest, they're basically the same as the first one. If you desperately need to watch them, they can all be found in the KSP streams section on the Discord. The next streams I do will involve other planets and going to them, so stay posted for that. I'll also be doing KSP weapons development streams, where you can send in your crafts and I'll have them fight each other. If this sounds interesting to you, join the Discord. I'll make a KSP craft channel that you can stick them in. Just remember to read.
Stranger Things is mid, but I see the. You're wildin', bruh. I ain't gonna lie. This new season, first episode, I was like, Second episode, I was like, Then third episode, I was like, oh, this is tough. You know what I'm saying? Got a little gradual build up, had to catch us back up, you know what I'm saying?
The craft submission guidelines before submitting it. Please. If this doesn't sound interesting to you, join the Discord anyway.
Gotta join the Discord.
So that does it. KSP. The
Part
best
1.
space game.
Bro, we gotta do part 2, bro. Listen, I learned so much from these videos. Them weapons I seen, he just said he was doing one where he was gonna have the weapon. Bro, listen. I don't want no smoke, bro. I'm straight. Okay? There's things out there I'm just gonna enjoy. You know what I'm saying? What's in front of me, okay? But listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Until next time I see y'all. Peace.
Who said we ain't bout it? Test the gang and you'll get touched. She ride it, Kawasaki, roll my blunts and keep it quiet. Money is the motive, so we keep it on our mind. You'll get put in the stretcher, yellow tape, so please don't try.